We're now joined by Catherine Wilson, President and CEO, United Way of Greater Newark. Good to see you, Catherine.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Catherine, we're going to put up the website for the United Way right now. Tell us exactly what the commitment is of the United Way in the Greater Newark community.
Our commitment, Steve, to the community is to disrupt the cycle of poverty. And we do that by focusing on education, health, and financial stability for our residents in the Greater Newark area. So that includes Newark along with 12 other surrounding municipalities.
As we do this program in the fall of 2021, how much worse is it for those that you are serving because of COVID?
I think it's way worse than it's ever been. I think that we have seen the impact of COVID on the economic stability along with the health of our residents. It's unprecedented. We've never seen this kind of need. We've never seen bread lines that long at our food pantries. People who've never utilized a food pantry are now consistently utilizing food pantries. The impact of COVID, of course, on people's health, their
physical and mental health.
Their mental health, their physical health. I actually have a friend who lives in Newark, from Newark. She lost 30 people to COVID. That is, just a mind-boggling number.
30 people in her life she lost.
In her life to COVID, yes. So I think it just illustrates the health disparities that we knew existed in cities like Newark. It's just exacerbated, by COVID. And people are suffering from the mental health, the economic aspect, along with our kids, of course, having spent at least a year out of school and trying to, learn from home on computers, et cetera. It's been a challenging time, I think, for everyone.
Complicated even more with Hurricane Ida. Hurricane Ida's impact on the people you serve at the United Way of Greater Newark. What has it been and what will it be moving forward?
I think the impact of Ida, again, exacerbated an existing need in the community. If we start with our undocumented neighbors, typically that we find in the east, in the west, in the north wards of Newark, already reeling from the impacts of COVID, many of whom will not be eligible to receive FEMA assistance, many who lost apartments, the contents of their apartments, their clothing, their food, et cetera, displaced from their homes. This is a huge issue. And I think it's important to remember that, again, many of the assistance programs that benefit others may not necessarily benefit our undocumented neighbors. In addition, our residents, again, lost cars, the ability to travel to and from work, right? Again, being displaced with an already existing eviction crisis. We keep hearing about the coming eviction crisis. The eviction crisis is here.
It's very real.
And so it just exacerbated that issue as well with the lack of housing inventory.
So let's talk exacerbating of the exacerbation of problems. Families from Afghanistan who come to certain communities, and Newark is one of them, the Greater Newark area, is an area where many people from Afghanistan who are fortunate enough to get out are here, and they're coming here. What will that mean in terms of the needs of people and the work of the United Way?
I think for us, we have a motto that we live by, that we fight for the education, the health, and the financial stability of every person in every community. And I think folding in the Afghan refugees is part of our work in serving those who may have greater needs. Right now, they have not yet resettled in Newark. They are currently settled at Fort Dix. They will be resettled, of course, throughout the country. And I think that you will see every United Way across the country try to support the new Afghan residents. And I think what's important to remember is that they will be Americans just as we are Americans, and they will need our support just like our other residents need our support. And
documented or not, United legally citizens
documented or not, they're here, right? And so they still need, their children need to eat. They still need to be educated. And so, you know, without taking a political side, we still recognize that they are human and they still have needs.
By the way, when Catherine makes reference to Fort Dix, right, and actually it was an interview with the congressman down in that area, Andy Kim, that Brianna Venozzi did on Spotlight, NJ Spotlight News, in which he talked about, I believe the number, Elvin, if you know this, who knows that show very well, it was 11,000 Afghan refugees are there, and they will be spread around this state very soon. So that's the point that Catherine is making. Catherine, final words. How hopeful are you about the people you are serving every day and that their lives will get just a little bit better over the next several months?
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful as we see vaccine rates go up and we see COVID numbers go down, that we will begin to see.
As we do this program, September 28th, 2021. Go ahead. Changing all the time.
As we begin to see those COVID numbers go down, I think what you'll see is a shift in economic recovery. You're starting to see a shift in philanthropy moving towards economic recovery. And I think as the closer we get to that, the sooner we get to that, I think people can have hope that life will begin to not return to normal. I don't think many people want to go back to that normal. I think we want to create a better normal, a better future. And I think that that's what we're looking forward to.
And that's what the United Way does every day. Catherine Wilson, President and CEO of United Way of Greater Newark. Catherine, thank you so much, and particularly to the work of the United Way with you and your colleagues. Thank you for the work you do.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Adubato. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by RWJ Barnabas Health, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Berkeley College, Bank of America, the Northward Center, MD Advantage Insurance Company, Fedway Associates, Inc., the Adler Aphasia Center, and by the Fidelco Group. Promotional support provided by Insider NJ, and by AM 970 The Answer.
Hi, I'm Abby. You might see me as an ordinary person, but I've been living with a brain injury since 2018. Opportunity Project gave me hope, and I've gained confidence through job skill training and helping my family. Despite my challenges with memory, I see a possibility to keep improving.
If you have a brain injury, you don't have to face your road to recovery alone. Learn more about Opportunity Project and its partnership with Children's Specialized Hospital.